Los Angeles, the LA Coliseum for round one. The multi-league series, Cup Series is starting off this evening, Monday, February 7th, 2022 at the LA Coliseum for heat racing, short track style, the quarter mile at the Coliseum. I'm joined in the booth here by my buddy Ken Huber. How's it going tonight, Ken?
Yeah, pretty good. How about yourself there, Scott? Really looking forward to this race here. This is going to be exciting. Small track. Should be pretty entertaining tonight.
Oh yeah, certainly entertaining at the least, and I'm sure some bent fenders and maybe some hurt feelings by the end of this thing. If it's anything like the TV was yesterday for the real Cup Series, that was certainly entertaining. But we've got an interesting format tonight I want to talk about with the fans. Heat racing tonight for one of the first times in the Multi-Cup Series. We're doing 4 heats tonight. The top 4 drivers from each heat are going to advance into the main event, which will be 100 laps later this evening. For all those drivers who don't advance on the first time, there will be a last chance qualifier, an opportunity for them to all get shuffled into one race. I believe that's 50 laps, and the top one or a couple from that race are going to advance into the main event to make a field of somewhere between 17 and 20 drivers for the main event, 100 laps here on the quarter mile. These laps should tick by pretty quick. Speaking of ticking by pretty quick, I'm looking at Andrew Schulte at the top of the qualifying board at a 14.204. Awesome job by him. Wesley Holland, no surprise there, rounding out the second row there, or the outside of the first row, I should say, with the he just got beat by Rob Haynes, like going to the top of the board. So a lot of fast laps being put down tonight so far, and looking forward to seeing how this one shakes out when we get started here in a couple minutes with some heat racing.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Those top 4 guys, I believe, will be separated in the heat, so each of them will probably be on a pole on their own for these qualifying races.
Yeah, that's true. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are all going to be split into 4 heats. And then if we go down to number 5, Kyle Chadwick, those will be in the second heat there. So one new name this evening, Matt LaVenture. He doesn't race with us very often, or at least not in the last couple of years. He's been busy with family life and work life. But he's here tonight to join us. He's also one of the owners of Stone River Outfitters, which is a sponsor of our Cup Series this year. They came back on board to help support the league, so appreciate their help and appreciate seeing Matt on the track behind the wheel. Looking forward to seeing what he can do in the short track.
Yeah, and he was our pit lane reporter last season, so hats off to Matt, finally jumping in the car, getting it done.
All right, looks like we've got another 30 seconds here left in qualifying before we head out to the first heat. Heat number 1 will be up. I believe it's 25 laps for these heat races. It's going to be quick, no cautions, no green, white checkers for the heat races. So it's just the quick laps and get out of the way if you wreck, because the leaders are coming through and we're not stopping the race. So once we do get to the main event, though, caution laps will count. iRacing cautions will be flown as normal, and normal iRacing rules will be enforced at that point, including green, white checkers and faster pairs and tires and all that stuff. So a little bit different format tonight. I think myself and Ken will hopefully keep the mistakes to a minimum here as we try to figure out the evening as we navigate this thing.
Yeah, I got the grid here. So this is really exciting there, Scott, too. Is the last time I watched an event at this place, they had an earthquake in California. So I think these guys are going to bring their own earthquake. So got the starting grid for the first heat race of the night, if you want to call it out.
Yeah, if you go through that, Ken, if you got it in front of
you. Yeah, I do. I'm showing, hopefully this is right, I'm showing JJ Garrett on the heat 1 on the pole. Loretto Lakes, position 2, Jason Hughes 3, Dylan Ackhart 4th, Jack Watts 5th, Kyle Chadwick 6th, Rob Haynes 7th, Anthony Santoro 8th, and James Haney 9th. I'll have to double check that. That might be inaccurate.
That is exactly what I'm showing. I believe that is accurate, Ken, so we're in good shape. JJ Garrett on the pole here, which is weird, right? Because he wasn't in the top 4 like we thought we'd split the top 4 drivers right there in qualifying. It's kind of an interesting lineup.
Yeah, I'm wondering that iRacing didn't really recognize the qualifying laps, so be interesting. We got another lap before we go green here.
Yeah, one more lap.
Guys, start.
One thing we've done for the fans here, if you notice the leaderboard on the ticker board on the left side there, we've got the LA Coliseum lap 0 of 12, so 12 laps only on this heat race. Heat number 1, you can see that up top. And then we go through the drivers 1 through 9, and the top 4, you see that green box, those are the top 4 that are advancing. So it's very easy to kind of take a glance over there, see where your favorite driver is, see whether they're in a good spot or not to head on to the main event today.
All right, we're about to go green. Pace car is dipping into that short pit lane, and we're green. Jason Garrett gets a great jump off, and he spins it.
Spins the tires. First one down. Wow.
But there is no caution laps, I believe. We are going to stay green.
That is correct. They're still piling up on the
pileup.
backstretch here.
And then everywhere, making cars spinning everywhere. They're trying to get them going here.
Wow. This reminds me of like when the track was wet in Charlotte in the 90s when all the cars went spinning into turn 1. But we're still under green here, like we said. And I'm showing Jason Hughes out front here with no front end. I think 3 tires in that thing and beat up back end, but taking the across the stripe there with 10 laps to go here for Jason Hughes. Got a 2-second lead here on James Hayne.
And whatever it takes, you know, they probably brought 4 or 5 cars in the hauler for tonight's race. So Hughes will use up that car, and hopefully he can keep it out. Oh, and I just watched the 55 spin out. He was in second place. James Haney just loses it there on the front stretch there, and he's got himself butted up against the wall there.
JJ Garrett is also going around again back here. I think he may have called it quits there.
Yeah, that was 0 to 0 really quick. Back up front, Jason Hughes still leading this thing. Loretto Lakes, he must be new to the league. Doing a fine job up there in second. The car still looks fairly clean.
He is. Great job by Loretto. I've seen him in a couple races here and there throughout the past couple of months, but I think he's pretty much new in the last couple of months to the multi-league iRacing Cup Series league. So
Rob Hayes just putting some pressure on.
Talking about pressure, hit the JJ2 on the outside there.
Yeah, we stack him up again. We only got a few more laps left, I believe.
That brings Rob Haynes up to P2 right now, 2.5 behind. See if he can hold his place here. Pretty sure he's pretty content with just taking it easy and bringing home second if he can after this melee.
Definitely, and that 88 of Kyle Chadwick, who had a good qualifying effort, must have started a little bit further back, and he is up into that 3rd spot.
Let's see what's happening back here where the transfer spot is. Dylan Eckhart, I'm looking, I think that's another new driver to the league as well. Right on the tail of Loretto Lakes. This is the battle for the transfer spot, as you can see in the ticker on the left side there with just 4 laps to go. He's got to get it done. Dives into turn 3, can't quite get to his bumper.
Yeah, locked up that left front a little bit there. Still working on him though. Keeping it smooth. Oh, and that lap car, the 77 car.
Jack Watts and Loretto gets into the wall.
Yeah, well, that was.
Oh, and Loretto gives it back to him.
Oh no, what a mess. Well, they want that position now. That 350 of Dylan Elk.
Anthony Santoro, look at him sneaking through as these guys battle it here. Wow, on the final lap,
wow.
give it to Anthony Santoro. What a race there. Wow.
Is he going to get this transfer spot?
He just got it, yes. Checkered flag is out. Anthony Santoro is in. Kyle Chadwick's in. Jason Hughes, Rob Haynes. Sign him up.
Wow. That was crazy, Scott. Can hardly wait for heat number 2.
Right.
So as they start grading up, you know, we'll talk about what's coming up next week. I think you know what the races are coming up next week is we're getting ready to kick off a new season for this series.
We are. We're going to be at the High Banks at Daytona for the Gatorade Dual races. That should be a fun time. A lot different driving style than this tonight, but it should be a good time. But still no points on the line. There's just going to be qualifying races to set the grid for the Daytona 500 multi-league style for the week after.
Well, we'll go over the starting grid here. Jimmy Todd finds himself on the pole. Brian Abbott on the outside, second place. Robert Madison, third. On the outside, James Hearn in that Purple Warrior car. Dustin Covington in fifth. Michael Milfeld on the outside in sixth. Andrew Schulte, who actually had one of the fastest qualifying times, finds himself in seventh for this heat race. And Doug Heveron in that final spot.
All right, Dougie, DFH. I painted a car for him just the other day, so it's if anybody knows Doug Heveron from his old racing days, actually he hasn't made the grid quite yet, so hopefully he's going to join us. But
and we're pace cars rolling.
Yeah, what I was saying about Doug Heveron's paint is it's the yellow and orange, just like his old racing days. So nice tribute to him. A lot of details on that car to reflect his old racing days.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't look like he gridded.
Yeah.
But I wonder if he's starting from pit lane. That could be an option
True.
that he watched that last heat race and said, you know what, I think I might start from the pits.
Ken, I got something for you. This starting order I find interesting. Andrew Schultz is back in P7 right now, right? So must have done a reverse qual maybe?
Maybe that's what it is.
Because Andrew Schultz was in the top 3 or so, top 4 at least in qualifying if I remember right. Now he's all the way back in P7 starting this heat. So it should be interesting to watch him. Clearly a fast driver. And he saw what happened in the last heat. So I don't know if you take it aggressive and try to pick up spots where you can, or you just hang back kind of like Andrew Santoro did, or Anthony Santoro did last race, and hope something opens up for you at the end of the race. But there we go. Pace car's in. Off of turn 4, Jimmy Todd, one of our league admins, brings it down with a green flag. 12 laps, all into green here into turn 1. A lot cleaner start than the last time, so we get him down the backstretch here.
Yeah, these guys are behaving. Oh, and then James Hearns just gets into the back. I think it was Brian Abbott there, but no harm, no foul. They're still going. These guys are really showing some patience in this heat round.
Completely different look from the previous heats, that's for sure.
And the 29 just got in the back. Jimmy Todd. Jimmy Todd goes up high a little bit. Robert Mattis is working all over him. Meanwhile, the 48, Brian Abbott, gets sideways, gets pushed.
Yeah, Andrew Schultz is looking for a way through. I think Andrew Schultz may have found his way into a transfer spot if he can hold on here and not get hooked by James Hearns.
Not a lot of room on this track.
Meanwhile, Jimmy Todd in the M&M's car, much like Kyle Busch did yesterday, just cruising away and perfectly content with taking it easy on the tire, keep the fenders in one piece for this main event. Hopefully pick up a transfer spot here in 9 laps.
Yeah, back here looking at that transfer spot, Michael Milfeld Jr. finds himself, and he's just trailing off that lead pack. Get that last transfer spot right on the outside of Brian Abbott right now.
Yeah, speaking of that transfer spot, like I said, Brian Abbott, Michael Milfeld. There he goes to the inside. He needs to make a move here. 7 laps to go.
And he gets it. Meanwhile, the 29 of Robert Mattis spins it.
And he's still having a hard time. I think once these cars go around, it seems like maybe the tires get flat spotted and heated up, and it seems to be hard to get all 4 tires onto the track and going the right way again.
Well, I'm looking back at the transfer spot again. Now it's Dustin Covington, but he's quite a ways off that lead pack. But the way people are spinning out, there could be a chance for him to still get this. And then behind him, you got Andrew Schulte, who's always fast.
Yeah, Schulte just pulled into the pits, we see, so I think he's going to call it quits for now and take his luck to the last chance qualifier.
Going back up front, Jimmy Todd, James Hearn just barely gets into the back of him, spins Jimmy Todd.
Jimmy's got to get this thing
gets
going.
By. Oh, and the 48 just clips him there, but then he ends up spinning himself out there. That was Dustin Covington. And then Andrew Schultz is actually back on the track right behind Jimmy Todd.
He is with a faster pair, with a fresh set of tires and new fenders on the car. And looks like he's 1 lap down, but might as well get some laps.
He's got a lap or 2 to go here. Michael Milfeld up to the lead. Oh, and Jimmy just got spun again by Andrew Schultz. Looking up front here, battle for the win. Michael Milfeld, James Hearns just trying to get
Brian Abbott, I think, is our leader on the last lap.
Oh,
James Hearns trying to get his way through here, followed by Dustin Covington. Looks like he's in. Oh, the 29 car of Robert Mattis just dives in there, can't quite do it, but our top 4 qualifiers looks like Brian Abbott, James Hearns, Michael Milfeld, Robert Mattis. Jimmy Todd, unfortunately, wow, got the wrong.
So Scott,
yeah,
I think we gave them too much credit at the start of that. They were looking like they were going to behave.
They were.
In that race, I couldn't keep track of all the ping pong balls that were going across that track.
Ooh.
Well, I'll say one thing for a couple of those guys like James Hearns and whatnot, they were going for it.
That is for sure. Let's look at our starting order for heat number 3. We got Dana Ferguson on the pole, followed by David Jardins, David Schreck, Bob Wells, Jeffrey Merck starting P5, good old Matty LaVenture, P6, Wesley Holland, and Bill Paradise rounding out the 8 drivers who will start heat number 3.
All right, I'm just going to say it, Scott. I see Merck in this heat round. This might be the most entertaining one of the batch.
Oh, that's a hard bet to pass up on him, that's for sure. Let's pick a winner.
So
What do you think? Let's pick some early winners. You going with Merck?
No. No. I think both Merck and Holland are going to be out of this one. I'm going to, you know what? Wow, I'll go with Bill Paradise, believe it or not.
Wow.
I think the man is a super clean guy, and if he can keep
back to the front.
From the back to the front, all you have to do is not wreck it.
You know what? Let's go opposites. Another clean driver out there, Daniel Ferguson, going on the pole.
The two
He's
clean
going to cruise out front, keep it clean. He's already seen how much disaster can strike really quick from the leader standpoint, so he's going to take it easy out there and just cruise 12 laps and advance to the main event here.
We're on the backstretch. It's going to take about 5 more seconds before that pace car pulls off, and these guys are going to light it up.
Hopefully in the right direction, man. Did you get any practice laps in this weekend?
Holland in the back. Pace car's going in.
There we go.
And we're green. And yeah, they get started there in 70.
Jeffrey Merck already gets on the back of.
David Schreck gets spun by the 60 car. Jeffrey Merck, I called it, man.
Double D over there hanging on the outside. Really tough. Awesome drive by him in that Texas Pete car. Cruising on the outside. 42 of Bob Wells comes in the bottom. Gives Daniel a shove.
Still got Daniel Ferguson holding on to that lead. He's under a lot of pressure with that 42 of Bob Wells and David in the 71. How do you say the last name of that 71 car?
The Jardins, I think.
The Jardins, man. Wesley Holland on the inside of Jeffrey Merck there. There's a good battle there going on. And Wesley Holland gets it done.
Yeah, right now
Meanwhile,
Wesley
Bob Wells. Oh, Bob Wells gets around the 71 and then spins it.
So right now, your guy's in. Jeffrey Merck is in. Wesley Holland is in. David Jardins is in. Daniel Ferguson might pick on the pole. Still out front. Matty LaVenture in the P5 spot on the outside looking in right now.
One more lap to halfway.
There we go.
Oh, the 71 almost got in the back of the 25 there on the lead for the lead. Wesley Holland back there looking, sniffing. I'm back here at the transfer spot of Matt LaVenture. Oh, and the 71 just got spun. Man. That's going to put Matt LaVenture in that 4th position, and that puts the 42 of Bob Wells on the outside looking in.
Yep. Bob Wells is another fellow New Hampshire resident up here with me. LaVenture.
Oh, Jeffrey Merck just spins it. Well, Jeffrey Merck now looks like he might be in the transfer spot, or the potential transfer spot.
I think, he's still reckoning on the backstretch here with these guys. 4 laps to go. 3 laps
to go.
Matty LaVenture, very limited practice in that green and white cranky color car, is sitting pretty comfortably in there in 3rd place. If I was him and Bob Wells, I think I'd be pretty comfortable with.
Hey, right now, Mr. Friday Night just passed the leader.
Wow.
2 laps to go.
Wow.
41 car looks really strong. I believe he started dead last. Or close to it.
I thought,
that was Bill Paradise.
Bill Paradise started last, but I know he was back there at one point, that's for sure. Right now we're looking at Mr. Friday Night. West Holland is in right now with 2 laps still to go. Daniel Ferguson, Matty Tuto's LaVenture, and Bob Wells. 4th spot right now.
Wesley Holland's going to take it, followed by Daniel Ferguson, Matt LaVenture, and Bob Wells.
There you go. There's our results for heat number 3. Heat number 4 just around the corner.
Heat number 4. It'd be interested to see who's running that. Oh, and we got Mr. Slow, Captain Slow on the pole, it looks like. I only say that because of his name.
Ah, yeah. How much do you think he had to put up with growing up with that name? Especially when he decided to be a race car driver.
It fits his personality. It's like Bubba and the shrimp boats.
So speaking of heat number 4, we'll talk about Kim Quick on the pole, Justin Michael, another fast driver there, John Pansula and Josh Scott running out the top 4. Brian Bizzle, I'm not sure if it's Bizzle or Bizzell. You know what that is, Ken?
I think it's Bizzle, but I'm not entirely
Bizzle.
sure.
Eric Talent and Keith Haney and good old Wally Tierhammer. Good fan favorite, rounding out the top 8 here in this heat.
So, what are you predicting for this one?
Oh boy. Well, I think we both lost the last prediction, huh? So I might as well try another one, huh? I'm gonna go with man, my gut says Justin Michael start from the outside, but I'm gonna go with Kim Quick. I'm sticking with my pole sitter. Kim Quick, all the way.
Oh, I'm glad you did that because I wanted Justin Michael. I'm
There you
picking
go.
Justin Michael for this one.
I'm saving him for the main. Lights are out on the pace car. Last heat, heat number 4. Kim Quick brings him down. Off turn 4, green flag is out. It's a clean start so far. I think Justin Michael got an awesome start there. Awesome jump on those leaders to the outside and takes a lead from Kim Quick.
It looks like Kim might have spun the tires on the launch there and had to back it up.
Good whereabouts by Kim to realize that that's happening and just let off a little bit instead of spinning it out like we saw kind of in the first heat there. But
oh, Josh Scott. Fighting up against the wall there, trying to get it back on track there. Meanwhile, I'm looking back and I see that M&M car.
right, Brian Bizzle, right? I was thinking it was Jimmy Todd again. I'm like, where'd he come from?
Yeah, exactly. I was confused. I see that M&M car. I'm like, no, I seen that car somewhere else.
So right now we're looking at Justin Michael, with 9 laps to go here. Justin Michael, Brian Bizzle, Keith Haney, and John Pansula. We're looking at back there in that 01 Army car. He's currently in the transfer spot. We've got Eric Talent behind him, hunting him down.
Might have seen some drama in the back of the field there, Scott. I don't know what's going on. I think the admin's going to have a talking to in the trailer after this race.
Uh-oh. Kim? Yeah. Still in the green here.
I'm watching some cars really diving in there, so it might not have been unintentional.
18 car gets loose all by himself there off of turn 2, I believe that is. And Justin Michael still cruises 6 laps to go with a 4-second lead.
So I'm looking at the 01 of John Panzula, and he's moved himself up into 3rd position. He just made it past the car there, and he's been working his way up.
And what I like to call the fan favorite in this field, Wally Tierhammer, picking up, started last on the field, shotgun from 8th up to 4th in the transfer spot right now, just 5 laps to go. Eric Talent looking for a spot, looking for a way by him. Josh R. Scott in a green car on the top side is a lap car.
Yeah, like I said, Eric Talent trying to find a way to get around him right now, get that last transfer spot. We only got a couple laps left to get this done. What I like about, I'm watching Wally, he did a very good job in that 75 car of getting the power down. Although, as I say that, Eric Talent managed to out-snooker him and get around him. So now Wally finds himself on the outside looking in, trying to get that last transfer spot.
Yeah, just 2 laps to go here. So you can find some action. Looks pretty spread out. John Pansilla, Eric Talent is in. Keith Haney is in comfortably there, 3 seconds behind Justin Michael.
I think this is it right here.
Wake up.
My pick.
Justin Michael off turn 4 picks up the win. Heat number 4, transferring to the main event. Him, Keith Haney, John Pansilla, and Eric Talent. Nice job, guys. Nice clean race there.
All right, so next up we have a loser bracket, so to speak, as I like to call it, consolation round.
We do.
And this is going to be really hard to call, Scott. 17 cars, all fighting to get the last transfer positions into the main event. So up front, we've got Dylan Eckhart starting on the pole. Jimmy Todd on the outside in 2nd. David Desjardins in 3rd. Wally Tierhammer in 4th. James Haney in 5th. Dustin Covington in 6th. Bill Paradise in 7th. Brian Bizzle in 8th. Loretto Lakes in 9th. And Andrew Schulte in 10th.
Yeah, the rest of the field here, 11th, Jeffrey Merck. Kim Quick back there, Jack Watson 13th, Doug Hevron, if he can hopefully make the grid for this one, And 14th, David Trek started in 15th. Josh R. Scott and J.J. Garrett, who we saw had some problems in that first heat, riding shotgun on the field in that 79 car.
Well, I think we can pretty much know what to expect here. This probably might end up being a parking lot. We'll see. And these guys are going to be desperate to get in the main event. And how many laps we got here for this? This one's going to be a little bit longer.
25 laps tonight. You notice at the top of the scoreboard, I apologize for the limited cars on there. We only have the top 10. I thought there was only going to be 10 in here, but so it's only going to show the top 10. But again, the top 4 are in those green for you. Top you see LCQ for last chance qualifier. That's what this race is. 25 laps, no cautions.
And I just noticed that maybe you mentioned it, but the feature is inverting 16 cars. It looks like. So 25 laps here, and then we go to the feature, 100 laps, and 16 of them are inverted.
Wow.
So I wonder if that's going to put the constellation around cars up front for the feature.
It'll be interesting. I'm hearing some chatter on the radio right now with one of our admins not sure themselves exactly how it's going to work out. We're going to find out. Off at turn 4, green flag's out, last chance qualifier under the way. Dylan taking the green flag down to turn 1. Nice and clean start. Get away for him. I'm sure he's happy about that. Jimmy Todd uncomfortably in second place. Single file out. Top 4.
Yeah, carnage has already started. I'm looking back at James Haney. He's got a group of about 4 or 5 cars back there, and they all got them stacked up. And the leader is already on the back door of that 55 car of James Haney.
I think that answers our question about the yellow flags. Certainly no yellow flags in this last chance qualifier. So 25 straight laps here. Jimmy Todd comfortably in second place. Let's look at our transfer spot right now. Wally Tierhammer is in the transfer spot. Brian Bizzle in that second M&M's Toyota Camry behind him, outside looking in right now.
Yeah, right now it looks like they're kind of behaving at the moment.
Yeah,
Other than a rough start.
Oh.
I keep jinxing it. Kim Quick got that with the 55 there. He's struggling, but Kim Quick is moving his way up. He's now in, it looks like, the 6th position. So bouncing off a few cars, but still getting himself up there.
Looks like he's just a couple seconds behind these 2 cars that are showing now, Brian Bizzle and Wally Tierhammer. Brian finds himself in right now. Wally Tierhammer on the outside looking in. Looks like Kim Quick is lurking back there.
Yeah, I was just looking at our chat room here. You guys are asking, hey, where's people in the chat? Somebody talking about throwing Merc under the bus.
One of us?
So I find it ironic that both M&M cars now
And both are racing side by side here for. Looks like Jimmy Todd is the first M&M's car there. He's in second. Dustin Covington, that 48 Lowe's car that Jimmy Johnson painted, is in third. Brian Bizzle in that second M&M's Toyota Camry found himself in as well. In fourth. We may have a couple of M&M's Toyotas in the main event.
Yeah, very well could be. It'd be easy to pick out. Maybe M&M's is throwing a lot of money at this race. Oh, the 48 just gets around Jimmy Todd there for that second place. Move Dustin Covington. Oh, we just
park lot in turn 3 up here.
Oh, and the 2 M&M cars are knocking each other's fenders off right now. And Jimmy Todd and Brian Bizzle side by side. Oh, looks like Brian Bizzle might have got the best of him there and gets ahead of Jimmy Todd there.
Yeah, I think Dylan Eckhart, who was our leader, I believe, got the worst end of that deal.
So we're about halfway done with this race. Dustin Covington leading, Brian Bizzle in third, Jimmy Todd in third. I said Brian Bizzle. He's in second, Jimmy Todd in third, and Wally and Tryhammer, or I can't even say his name.
Tierhammer.
75 car. Yeah, he's in fourth.
Well, he was in fourth. Now he's back to fifth because Dylan Eckhart in that fast car said he was leading before. He just dove right through. Wally Tierhammer picked up that spot. He's on a mission here after that wreck, trying to transfer back in. Jack Watts. Oh, who's that? 9 car. That's David
That's
Schreck.
David
I think
Schreck.
it's a lap car.
This is a tough night for sheet metal and timbers.
That it is. Let's go on board right now for a couple laps with Dylan, chasing down the M&M's Toyota Camry of, that's the 59 of Jimmy Todd. Just see how, first-hand experience of how exactly tight this track is up here.
And it's really incredible. You think you can run about 3/4 down the straightaway, but you really need to be braking about halfway down the straightaway, which is just enough time for, you just get into throttle and you're back off it on the brakes.
See right there how easy it is to overdrive that corner. They made, try to make some friends with Jimmy there on the corner exit. Justin Covington up front with a beat-up Lowe's Chevy, but 7 laps to go, find himself in pretty good shape. Jimmy Todd just found him spun off the turn 4 there. Looks like he's back in P5 now. He's going to have a hard time making up that time with just 6 laps to go.
Well, maybe, but the way these guys are running, any one of those top 4 could find themselves picking up pieces of their car and Jimmy getting back by.
It's true.
Speak of the devil, oh, yeah, I just seen Brian Bizzle, I think. Oh, no, that was
Dylan
Jimmy Todd.
Eckhart just got the front end of Brian Bizzle. That could definitely shake things up here. Let's see where. Dylan's still rolling. I think he still has 4th place, but not by much.
Yeah, I'm looking at Jimmy Todd trying. He's the last guy looking in, it looks like.
There goes Jimmy Todd past Dylan. I think Jimmy Todd might be in now.
That's going to put him in the spot. There's only like 3 laps to go.
3 laps, yeah. Jack Watts. Weren't we just talking about Jack as being a lap car like, I feel like a couple laps ago? Or am I imagining that now?
Yeah, I don't remember. This is crazy. It's all upside down world right now.
All right, 2 laps to go. Dustin Covington out front, the 48 car. Jack Watts 2nd. Brian Bizzle in the M&M's Toyota Camry 3rd. And the other M&M's car right now is in the transfer shot, Jimmy Todd. Man, it really says something about not giving up at this race, huh?
Definitely. And Jimmy Todd might finish 4th a lap down. Meanwhile, Dustin Covington takes the win in this. Looks like Jack Watts gets grabbed 2nd, Brian Bizzle in 3rd. And if Jimmy Todd holds on, that last M&M car should have made it.
Yeah, I believe he did. Awesome job there, guys. Woo!
That was tough. That was tough. I don't envy the cameraman tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, my mouse is getting a workout, that's for sure. All right, on to the... I guess we have a 2-minute warm-up, huh?
Yeah. Yep, 5-minute warm-up, actually.
Okay.
Well, Scott, I think today this will be a good time to talk about the league. For anybody that's interested in the league, what we do here. We've obviously moved this Cup Series to Monday nights. You want to talk about what we do during the week?
Yeah, the multi-league series is made up of several leagues. Let me see if I can get them all. Frankenstein Racing League, Fastline Racing Speed Racing League, Revved Up, and who's the 4th one there? I'm not thinking of.
I think you got them all.
Got them all. That make up multi-league. We race 7 days a week, sometimes twice on Sunday. So there's something going on every night of the week, sometimes on Sunday mornings as well, depending on the season. But this tonight we talked about earlier is the kickoff to our Thursday night multi-league Cup Series. So this starts a series of races that go from February. We follow the exact Cup schedule, so it goes all the way through November. We race on the Monday after the Cup Series. So yesterday was the LA Coliseum, the Busch Clash. So today we're running it. Next week will be the Gatorade Duels, and then followed by the Daytona 500. So something going on every night of the week, but Monday night in the Cup Series is the only night that we do broadcasting. Myself and Ken Huber will be up in the booth here all night long, and all year long for that matter. Looking forward to it. We just finished the MROC Series. That was an awesome series. I just sent the trophy off to Mr. James Lehman. I'm surprised we're not seeing him here this evening, but he was our champion of the MROC Series. He got a really cool metal print of his car at North Wilkesboro Speedway during that, so that was a cool series. And, yeah, looking forward to the year. It's going to be a long one, Ken. You ready for this?
I think so. We'll see how things go. I think it's going to be a really entertaining season, moving into Monday nights. So I'm going to guess that Jimmy Todd's Xfinity Series is still going to be on Tuesday nights.
Yes, the only series that I've swapped is Monday nights is the Cup Series now, and Thursday nights, which used to be the Cup Series, is now the Truck Series, the Ken Conley Truck Series. That was historically, traditionally, always on Monday nights, now on Thursday nights.
Then on Wednesday nights, we got the GT Masters Series for those guys that like road course racing. Do quite a bit of road course racing next season. As a matter of fact, we're going to do touring cars. A lot of tracks, NASCAR tracks, a little bit shorter tracks, so guys won't have to purchase new tracks or learn new tracks because most everybody should be pretty familiar with them. But going from rear-wheel drive to front-wheel drive, see how that works out for a season.
That's cool. I wish I see your posts all the time, Ken, about that series. I really wish I could race that one. I'm always stuck at work Wednesday nights, 4 to midnight. So it's a bad schedule to be try to catch those, but I wish I could someday.
Well, that's why we race 7 days a week, so you can catch a series anyway. Yeah, I wish you were there too. That series is a lot of fun, and I think the guys that are in it really have a lot of fun. So they're doing better. I'm out here watching them in practice here, and they're doing better in practice than they were during the race.
Yeah, it's a lot less cars turn backwards.
Yeah, usually during the earlier practice, it was pretty messy, but maybe the heat racing kind of told these guys to behave a little bit. As I say that, somebody just got in the wall in my camera view. We got, what, another minute or so before we grid these cars. Right now, I'm trying to figure out the starting lineup. I don't think NASCAR has given us the starting lineup yet. It looks like we are inverting 16 cars.
You gotta take a guess. Guess who's at the top of the board?
Wesley Hall. I didn't even look. I actually don't. I have no clue, but I just guessed.
Yeah, let's go to the top couple speeds here. Wesley Hall put down the 14 flat. I think that's the first 14 flat I've seen all night. Michael Milfelt, 14-1. Rob Haynes, no surprise there. P3 from the Bandit Motorsports Group. James Hearns in 4th. Justin Covington, pretty fast and consistent. Picking up that win in his heat. 14-2. Again, this is just warm-up speed, so we're not sure who's doing, maybe tire runs, traffic runs. There's a bunch of different strategies that can be going on right now in warm-up as well. We only have 10 seconds to go, but we'll see exactly what the lineup is here in about 10 seconds from now.
So, Scott, I'm not familiar with the fuel load tonight and tire situation. Do you think these guys are going to need to pit tonight?
No, I don't think so at all. I know it is limited. I believe 60% fuel, but 100 laps should be no problem for these guys. But
all right, well,
I've been wrong before, so I don't know.
It looks like we're about to grid the cars. So the feature event is on, and on the pole, Rob Haynes. Oh, wait a second. I got my grid just reset on the start. So on the pole, 5-car of Eric Talent, followed on the outside by Bob Wells. On the inside, Robert Mattis. On the outside, Anthony Santoro in 4th. John Panzula in 5th. Matthew LeVenture in 6th. Michael Milfelt Jr. in 7th place on the inside. Kyle Chadwick in 8th on the outside. Keith Haney in 9th. And Daniel Ferguson in 10th.
If you don't mind, Ken, we're going to interrupt here. We're going to go down to pit road. Our own league admin, Jimmy Todd, giving the drivers meeting. There's a new feature we're going to try to feature here. He's giving the drivers meeting as we speak. So we're going to tune in listen here to Jimmy, and then we'll finish the rest of the top 10 here, or the rest of the top 20 when we come back.
Additionally, sir, if you have to go down to the pit, you have 4 sets of tires in the pits. Try to get our fire shot into their pits. We have to go into the pits. And guys, no calling each other out tonight. This is a short track. There's going to be banging. You know what's going to happen. We're here for fun. There's no points, no money on the line tonight. So let's just have some fun and kick the season off right. And as always, appreciate each and every one of you guys coming out here to race. And with that, let's kick off the Cup Series. Guys, let's go.
All right, there you heard it from Jimmy Todd. The rest of the field here, Ken, I've got James Hearns 11th, Jason Hughes 12th, Justin Michael back there in 13th, Wesley Hall and Mr. Friday Night in 14th, Brian Abbott in 15th, Rob Haynes in 16th, Dustin Covington 17th, Jack Watts, Brian Bizzle, and Jimmy Todd himself rounding out the field here in shotgun on the field in 20th.
So Jimmy Todd mentioned during the driver's briefing that this was a short track. I'd like to disagree. I would like to call this a micro track.
Micro track. Reminds me of like Micro Machines. Remember the Super Nintendo game, Micro Machines?
I do, and we're green.
Here we go, green flag, Eric Talent. Top of turn 4, nice clean jump on Bob Wells there.
Yep, so far they seem to have mostly got through that first corner fairly quickly. Everybody gets through turns 1 and 2. Now they're in 3 and 4, still keeping it nice and clean. I think they know they got 100 laps, no sense pushing it. I think the heat racing might have amped up the aggression to try to get those transfer spots.
Back there, it's getting a little bit congested back here in 9th, 10th spot. James Hearns gets in there trying to pick up a spot on Michael Milfeld. Looks like Daniel Ferguson, if I remember right, just went around.
Yeah, and you got the 87 of Justin Michael. And it looks like we got a caution.
First caution.
So I'm not sure what happened to Daniel Ferguson there, how he got sideways there. But they collected, like I said, Justin Michael there in the 87. You going back for the replay?
Yeah. Let's see if we can take a look at that.
I guess these cautions might be a little too short, though, with the short track. By the time you bring it up, we might be getting ready to go green again.
Yeah, I think you're right. We'll skip this one and we'll try to hit the next one here, if there is a next one. What do you think the chances are?
Oh, yeah, the chances are slim to yes, it's going to happen. Slim to, of course, there'll be cautions.
Eric Talent, Bob Wells, Robert Mattis, Anthony Santoro, the sleeper there from his heat race. That was an awesome run by him. And Matty LaVenture finds himself in the top 5 here with minimal practice tonight.
Just going to try to go back on my own real quick to figure out what that incident has. Of course, as I say that, I need to put on some glasses to see names. Maybe I don't even have time to go back in my own replay and see what happened.
Actually, I'm going to pull up real quick here. I think this replay is going to work. Kenny Ferguson on the outside. Jason Hughes on the inside. I think. Whoop. We tried. Lights out the pace car.
This isn't the easiest track to try to grab fast action shots. Eric Talent's still on that inside. Bob Wells on his outside. He's got Robert Madison, that 29 car in that Shell car, or Pennzoil car. And then Anthony Santoro on the outside. And the pace car's in. And we're green. Eric Talent on the inside. Off.
Bob Wells on the outside trying to hold off 29 of Robert Mattis on the inside. 3 wide behind him there. Kyle Chadwick in the middle gets into Bob Wells,
42.
goes around. Everybody's still pointing the right way.
Oh, except for it looks like James Hearns, and then that 42's in another incident. Looks like we're still green, believe it or not.
Yeah, there it
yellow.
is. Yeah. Let's take a rewind to that one real quick.
Hey, we got 5 clean laps in. Yeah, there was cars going everywhere. I know 42 had an incident. James Hearn was involved in a different incident a little bit further back.
Yeah, we're looking at James Hearns right now on the outside in turn 3 and 4. We'll see. Looks like Rob Haynes maybe just got in the left rear fender of James Hearns. Spun him around. Tries to keep it going the right way.
So I'm back here watching the pace car, and it just came out to pick up the field here, and the pace car was having a problem getting through the field.
I think Eric Talent's our leader, right? Who's in front of him?
Yeah, Eric.
James Hearns,
actually,
Rob Haynes. Okay, they must be just about a lap down.
Yeah, he's got some lap down cars. Well, some what do you call it? Some
Tail end of wave rounds.
Yeah, wave rounds. That's the word I was looking for. Geez, I've been off for 2 months and I can't even know what they call it in NASCAR anymore.
Right. Who decided to make this the first track of the season is what I want to know.
Initials KQ.
Yeah.
Or NASCAR. I guess that would be NASCAR.
NASCAR maybe. It's making us work, that's for sure. We're a little rusty from the off season from the MROC series. It's been a while since I've been behind the microphone, but We're having a blast here.
Yeah, and something else, Scott. These cars are brand new to everybody. I mean, we did them in the M-Rock, and there was a little bit of some mechanical things that guys had to get used to with the cars. They seem a little bit better. iRacing's made some changes to these cars and made them a little bit more racy, but it still looks like they're struggling a little bit on the short track or micro track. When I tested earlier in the car actually did feel pretty good. Put a little bit of rear brake bias, about 4 clicks back there, and it didn't quite lock up the front tires like the last generation last season did.
There we go, lights are out. Down the turn, the backstretch here. Haney, Matty LaVenture up there.
We're green. And Eric Talent leads him to the left. The car on the outside, fighting him hard on the outside. And Eric Talent does take that position away from that 29 car. The 29 car almost tries to roadblock on the 87. Keith Haney
Thought better of
thinks
it.
better of it. That's going to allow Keith Haney underneath that 29 car.
And Matt LaVenture back here in the 33. Really smart race. These guys overdriving the corners a little bit. This is the 29 of Robert Manis, and proceeds to pick up P number 4.
What he really needs to hope for, Scott, is the guys behind him are driving a smart race. Oh, and
Right.
he gets into it, and we're under caution. I think he's okay there. I'm not sure what brought out the caution there. We were looking up front.
Covington, I think. Looking at Dustin Covington right now, turn 3 and 4. Him and Jason Hughes just got together on the exit there. Spins Justin Covington around. Not too much damage. Maybe he has a fast repair left, and he'll get that thing righted back up.
Round we go. We're almost, by the time we go green, we'll have about 80 laps to go. So we've knocked out a quick 20 laps in less than 10 minutes. So one quick repair, correct, Scott?
That is correct, yes.
There's a lot of cars out there. The 29 car, I see it on pit lane now. He was fighting with a couple of cars up front there. Guys were getting around him, and now I see that he's off in pit lane. I don't know if he got towed or he's decided to park it.
29. Yeah, not sure. Yeah, that's the incidents. The other night, I found it interesting. The other night, they did a practice race. And I was able to log in, and I could see incidents, which is really interesting. Tonight, I can't for some reason, so.
I'm showing on the entry list the incident points, but I don't see it for a race. Yeah, I guess that is the incident points for the race.
Let's talk about big movers so far in the race. Keith Haney up 7 spots from P number 9 up to P number 2. Nice clean car up there too. Saw him making some nice moves on the inside, not overdriving the entry. And here's another big mover. Justin Michael up 8 spots from P13 up to P5. Not as clean of a car, but still sharp looking nonetheless, even though it has no roof, or a hood rather.
Big losers for the night right now. You called out those drivers, but I'm showing it looks like Robert Mattis. That was that 29 car running into pit lane. Yeah, I think they're both off, and along with Daniel Ferguson. Super clean racer, and it looks like he's out as well. We're stacked up too wide again. Pace lights are lights are out the pace car.
We are. Let's try to crank it up. What do you think? First crank it up of the season?
Definitely.
There we go. Off
Do
turn
it.
4. Let's crank it up.
Well, crank it up is going to last about 3 laps.
All right.
maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe that was the ticket. We'll get 10 clean laps in. So, Scott, something else I don't remember talking about, but how many incident points are going to get you DQ'd tonight?
I believe 12 will be a pass-through penalty. As we look at the replay through 3 and 4, Brian Abbott, I believe that is, on the inside, doing donuts. I think you got a little bit of help from the 48 of Dustin Covington on the entry there into turn 3.
29 car, I mentioned him earlier about being in pit lane. He actually came out right before that caution, and he's now 4 laps down. But he did get back out there, so he must have got a tow, got that car fixed, and now he's back on the track.
Yeah, so I'm looking at him now, and definitely a clean car there. So Robert Mattis, long race to go, still 73 laps to go, and clean car.
But Eric Talent, he's been holding on to the lead the entire race. Got Kyle Chadwick now. When he restarts, will be on the outside. On the inside there will be Keith Haney and Matt LaVenture. Solid 4th after not racing pretty much for a whole year. I haven't seen Matt LaVenture around on the racetrack in a long time.
Exactly.
We didn't, as I mentioned earlier, we did enjoy having him for the pit road reporting.
Always entertaining. Let's take a look at how these cars look damage-wise. Looking at the front end of Keith Haney is pretty spotless. Impressive. Unlike Kyle Chadwick up here in P2 with pretty much no front end. Scraped up on the left side. Backside looks not too bad. Eric Talent, pretty clean looking car. That's the leftover car from the MROC series. Those are the cars that we had painted up. Each driver had their own custom color, but all the decals and everything else about the car was identical, including the setups. So it was just the old series that we modeled after the old iRock series in the 90s and 2000s. Who else we got? Rusty Holland back here with no front end, it looks like either. Top 6 cars at least doubled up, ready for another green flag.
Base car ducks into pit lane, and we're green. Green flag comes out immediately. Eric Talent Kyle Chadwick, who's a pretty aggressive driver out there on the outside. Looks like he's trying to make that work. As they bump slightly there, Kyle Chadwick won't quite get it done. Has no front flip on that car. Still out there, up there towards the lead.
Yeah, I don't think aerodynamics mean a whole lot here, huh?
Definitely not. Now he's looking to the inside of Eric Talent.
Further back in the field here, just 3 wide there. Brandon Silva, Brian Bizzle on the outside of the M&M's car, and then looks like Rob Haynes in that 199 beer store car looking on the inside.
New leader, Kyle Chadwick, found his way up front.
Wow. There you go, Kyle.
Looking back here side by side. Oh, it looks like the 66 of Anthony Santero and the 41 car get together. It looks like the 41 car just got a little bit high and he had nowhere to go, and they just collected. We're back under caution.
Yeah, let's see if we can wind that one back real quick while we're right here. 41 looks like Wesley Holland. Let's see what happens here into turn 3. Wesley Holland on the outside. Anthony Santoro gets in the wall. I think comes off the wall. Maybe tags the left rear of Wesley Holland. Woo! There goes Wes around. Then the 01 car of, who's in the 01 there? John Pansula just scrapes by. But tough break for Wesley Holland. See if he can stay on the lead lap. Maybe get a faster pair. Get this thing back pointing the right way.
Yeah, I don't know, Scott. What do you think about getting a fast repair right now? I think maybe for me it'd be way too
early. We're seeing it. 1/3 of the way done this thing.
Yeah, we're having a hard time getting 5 laps in. So, you know, I don't know when would be the appropriate time to get that car fixed. And you got to wonder, some of these guys got to be dealing with some suspension damage and stuff.
I'd say about 5 laps to go. What do you think? 5 laps to go. Come and get your fast repair. Hopefully.
I would probably do it 10 to 15.
Get some time to get through the field, I guess.
Yeah. And hopefully everyone in front of me decides to dork it. New leader up front, Kyle Chadwick. No front end on that car. Was able to get to the inside of Eric Talent, who pretty much has led every lap of this race up until now. Finds himself on the inside, but you know, Eric Talent is not slow, and he's going to be on the. He might have a chance to get back around Kyle Chadwick here, and he might be saving too. It's hard to say.
It's true. 28 laps led so far for Eric Talent compared to Kyle Chadwick we just saw with 5 laps led so far. That basically wraps up all the laps of the race so far. You notice in these graphics, the driver intro or the driver information bar here, there's you'll see teams in the left corner there. Pale Horse Racing for Eric Talent, Hack Racing for Kyle Chadwick. Let's go back to Keith Haney, Team Third Rock. This is a new thing that we're starting this year that Kim put together. It's basically a maximum of 3 drivers per team. They pick their own teams and they calculate points along the season for each team as the champions.
Yes, we do. Lights are out the pace car. Ducks into pit lane. And we're green. Kyle Chadwick gets a heck of a run. Looks like Keith Haney to get underneath Eric Talent for 2nd place. Great start there.
Matty LaVenture doing what he does best, rolling around the bottom side. Makes it tight.
Back in this pack of cars, looking at number 58 of Jason Hughes and 77 of Jack Watts. I would say there's a lot of close racing, but I think this track is that's 2 cars can be out here. It's going to be close.
Yeah, I don't think there's nowhere to hide here.
Oh, the 18 just gets it in the back. Looks like and he spins it. That's a 0-1, I believe, of John Penzula. 18 car Brian Bizzle just upset. I think we're still under green.
Yeah, I tried to put a replay on them, and I think they may have exited the track, so I lost them.
Wesley Holland is slowly trying to make his way back up there. He's working on the back of the 40. It looks like the 42 car of Bob Wells right now. Oh, and he gets sideways. Great run by Bob Wells, by the way. We haven't seen him around in a few races either. I haven't seen him in 6 or 7 months.
Yeah, it's true. Good to see him back up here. Like I said, fellow New Hampshire resident up here up north from around here. Good to see Bob Wells out on the track. That's one of the cool things about a new season. It tends to bring out everybody out of the woodworks who maybe has been thinking about taking a break for a while, take a refresher over the summer, and then start again in the month of February, bring in Cup Series. See a lot of names that we don't see necessarily every week, so good to see all the guys out here.
Hey Scott, I think we're about to get 5 laps. Green. I think we did get. I'm back here looking at the what is it, the 59 car of Jimmy Todd here. Trying to put a good race together here. Had a good start on the heat races. Finds himself back here in the 12th position. Trying to find a way here around Jason Hughes here and Brian Abbott. Just moving up the field here, seeing, looking at Wesley Holland. He's now up to 8th place, coming up on the back of Matthew LaVenture in that 33 car.
Yeah, still no front end on that thing, so that's proof that aerodynamics don't really matter here as he dumps it in there, does a really nice job of just cruising that bottom lane, gets a little bit loose off the corner, tries to save it, around he goes, all on his own, still on the green.
Oh!
Oh man, now we're in the yellow.
Well, we got a mess here, the 82 and the 41. Yeah, 41 spun it, and they just can't get out of each other's way. The track's so small.
Still trying to get it right in here.
All right, well, started in 14th. He actually lost a lap on that the track is so short that when he spun it around, it cost him a lap. I give a shout out to Brian Abbott right now. Oh, both those guys are a lap down. Took my scoring a minute to update there.
Yeah, I think they both got the raw into that deal, trying to get right in before Chadwick came around and lapped him. Pace car came out.
And Brian Abbott goes into pit lane. Yeah. Now look at his car. His car still looks pretty good. So if anything, I would just say tires. Oh, he did take the quick repair. So Brian Abbott takes his quick repair right at the halfway point.
There we go, and away he goes. Fresh tires, new paint. 1 lap down. The amount of cautions, right? He can just kind of sit in the back, cruise, maybe get a lucky dog.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the secret here. Just not even race, just try to stay out of trouble. But sometimes trouble will find you.
Yeah,
When Wesley Holland lost the car, he basically he caused other people to find trouble. That's for sure.
Wesley Holland had no front end, and now he's got no back end either. So
It
cars
must
are
be
rough
twins
shape,
with Anthony Santoro doesn't have either end of his car either. Last I looked.
yeah, it looks like he's got a little bit of the back end still, but front end is definitely gone.
Oh, and somehow he ended up a lap down too. God, he was on the lead lap there at 6th place, I think, when that all started. Well, we looking up front here, it looks like Kyle Chadwick still in control of the race right now. Keith Haney in 2nd, Rob Haynes in 3rd, Eric Talent 4th, all the way from 1st, and Dustin Covington in 5th. Rounds up. We're
Car
green.
makes a left turn. Green flag is out. Good jump down here in turn 1. Single file with him. Keith Haney, Rob Haynes. Awesome. Pick up
And definitely another good start. Looking back here at the 33 car, Matthew LaVenture. It's on the inside of that 18 car of Brian Bizzle there. Trying to work that car. Looks like he's going to get around him. Next car target on his list is that 5 car of Eric Talent.
Let's see if we can find some bumper action here. Where do you think we should go for? Sure, let's go with Eric Talent. Nose camera? Wait.
Sure, let's do it.
Woo, and then they're deep, gets into the 18, and he goes around as well.
Wow,
That's the
you
timing, huh?
called the right bumper cam, I guess.
It's a
And
park
we're
lot.
under caution, and there's a mess. They're both stuck on the pit lane there. And the 18 car, they're both stuck on the inside of that pit wall there. And the track's so small that even when they try to back out, they think the lane is clear to back out just a little bit to get the car back on the track. They just back right into somebody.
Exactly. Showing the replay now. Eric Talent out of turn 4 here down the straightaway. Oh, you know what? That part we didn't see. Bob Wells gets into the back of Eric Talent as he makes the entry into the corner. And just does what he can to stay off the 18, but too much speed in the middle of the corner and gets into the 18, and then it's a parking lot from there. But good job for everybody else avoiding that accident.
Yeah, so which bumper cam were you using? I didn't have a chance to look at the feed, but what bumper cam did you have that on?
That was
for
on Eric Talent.
Was it the front bumper or
Front
rear
bumper.
bumper?
Front
Oh,
bumper
perfect.
of Eric, and then you could see him just roll right in there on the 18. But I didn't see from behind was Bob Wells getting deep into the bumper of Eric Talent.
And Eric Talent, he just tried to make a move into pit lane just now and totally blew it. I'm not sure if that's the right entrance part,
I think that's the
but
exit.
he
That's
couldn't
the
get.
exit.
Yeah, that's the exit. He tried to turn in on the exit and missed it. Back here looking at Wesley Holland at both ends of that car missing. I think he called that out earlier. James Hearn, a lot of damage on that car. Should be about 1 lap to go. Lights should go out in the pace car here in the front stretch. And we're left with currently 12 cars on the lead lap.
12 out of 20. Just past halfway. 64. Looks like about 35 laps to go in this thing when we take the green flag.
So try to get sorted out for this restart. Getting too wide here. Top 5. Kyle Chadwick, Keith Hayden, Rob Haynes, Dustin Covington, Matthew LaVenture round out that top 5. Pace car's in. Kyle Chadwick, another great start there. Mr. Haney falls in that second place with the 199 of Rob Haynes, picking up that 3rd place position.
Nice job by Rob tonight. No front bumper on that thing, but nobody else has a bumper either.
I'm looking back here. Oh, Bob Wells, he lost a few positions. He was up there like 5th or 4th, and he's dropped back to 7th. I was going to give him a shout out there. But I don't know if he's doing this on purpose and just taking it easy. Meanwhile, the 77 is ducking under him, Jack Watts. And Jack Watts' car, we haven't talked about him too much. I'm not sure if he's taking a quick repair or has he managed to keep it that way in that Bud car.
He's in pretty good shape.
That's a good looking car he's got there too.
Yeah, I saw that last night in the race too. That really metallic, you can see it on this camera view, that metallic red, almost like a matte finish with a little bit of metallic in it, looks super, super sharp. I like that a lot. Little Budweiser, king of beers.
James Hearns, looks like Michael Milfeld Jr. 123 car just got under James Hearns. I was about to give him a shout out. Just got passed. Meanwhile, the 42 getting ready to work on Mr. James Hearns, Bob Wells, see if he can get that car back up front.
And then behind Bob Wells, it's the M&M battle. Brian Bizzle.
So we might want to watch those because those two guys were pretty good at getting in each other in the heat races.
And guess who else, if we would go back a little bit further, guess who else made himself back to the lead lap?
Yes,
There it is. On the backside right now, the 18 of Brian Bizzle.
What did they say? Never give up.
Yep.
Never give it up.
Collins gets in there deep into the left rear of Wesley Holland. Around he goes. Whew.
Yeah, caution back out.
There it is.
I was just watching Jason Hughes start to work on the outside of Bob Wells, doing a really good job trying to work him back up front. And we got a bit of a parking lot here, waiting for the pace car.
What do you say we
looks
pull
like
up instead of looking at the replay, because we kind of saw what happened there with Wesley Holland and Eric Talent. Instead of doing that under this yellow, what do you say we get a quick word with the driver?
Sure.
Let's see. Rob Haynes running third tonight so far. I wish I could say a clean car, but you probably don't want to see how the car looks from the outside, Rob. But how's the race looking from your standpoint so far?
I'm having fun, Scott. Yeah, I can see the car at the front of the hood. It's pretty wrinkled at the front. I don't know what it looks like at the back, but I'm sure it's just as bad or worse. Yeah, I'm having fun. P2, I lost. I think I got 4 tires down on the paint there, and got a little bit sideways and had to recover, and that let a couple guys back. Went back to 4th, and then somebody crashed. So, hey, back up to 2nd.
You'll take it. Speaking of that paint down there, I find it interesting. Do you guys find that there is a lack of grip down there, kind of like we saw in the Cup Series on TV yesterday? Does iRacing actually replicate that pretty well, like that, the rumble strips and how it gets a little more slick down there?
Oh, for sure, Scott. I like actually putting 1 tire down there. I don't know, it helps turn the car a little bit, which is strange, but it just feels like it does. But I don't know, maybe it's just cutting the corner a little bit more. But yeah, once there, I got 4 wheels down. It was too much, and the car just came around. Wanted to.
Cool. Well, keep having fun out there. Keep moving forward. You got 1 more spot to pick up. What do you think by the end of this thing? 20 laps to go. You got something for him?
Yeah, I think so. He's driving it pretty hard. I can see those tires smoke coming off his front left there. So I'm enjoying seeing that, and hope to see more of it. And I'll scoot to the inside here, Scott. I hope everybody's enjoying the race.
Sounds good. Well, let's get back to work. Good luck out there, Rob.
Thank you.
Yeah, he was talking like Kyle Chadwick doesn't drive a car currently.
Right? I almost wanted to sound him. I know that Chadwick's bumper is gone, but it is Chadwick up there.
There's no way he's not driving it hard. Anyway, lights are out in the pace car, and pace car is going to duck into pit lane. Kyle Chadwick gets a nice jump on that restart. Finds himself up front, and the 199 of Rob Haynes tucks it back into 2nd here. Good to see what he's got. Matthew LaVenture back up to 3rd. Kind of up and down, but he's remained that top 5 all night.
And then that 4th place of Keith Haney, trying to find some room, taking Matty's line away from him, all the way down to the bottom, rolling around the bottom against the wall. And that's Matt's favorite spot down there. Probably learned a thing or two. As Matt continues to move forward here, P3, a great night for him.
In that fifth position is James Hearns being followed closely by Bob Wells. Bob Wells putting on a heck of a show tonight in the sixth place position there in that 42 car. Oh, Michael Milfeld is looking on the inside. They touched. No harm, no foul. Michael Milfeld gets around Bob Wells as we speak. Back, Jason Hughes having a solid night in that 8th position with Wesley Holland. Got quite a bit of damage on the Wesley Holland's car. I'm not sure if he used his quick repair or not. I think he didn't.
I don't think he did. Wes is also at least a couple. He's 1 lap down right now after that incident a couple of yellows ago.
And then rounding out our top 10 would be Anthony Santoro. Still a lot of damage on that car, so I'm betting that he has his quick repair left as well. And everyone else is a lap down. Wesley Holland. Oh, Wesley Holland made this place. And we got a spin on the track somewhere. I thought Wesley Holland was on the lead lap, but Wesley Holland is off the lead lap. He's back a lap down. I don't know how that happened.
Yellow flag is out. Let's rewind this one. See what happened here with Brian Abbott. Off of turn 4, it looks like. Loops it around. And just all by himself here. Here's Brian Abbott on those robo strips that we just got done talking with Rob Haynes about how loose the car can get down there. Turns it around into the inside wall. Tries to get it spun around real quick before the yellow comes out, but not too much damage on that car, and everybody avoids contact. And we are back under yellow.
So here's what I was talking about, Scott. This is about the time I would use that quick repair, and then I just see that Wesley Holland just got the wave around, or I'm sorry, the lucky dog, so he's going to be back on the lead lap. You know, if you're further back in the pack, I think getting the car repaired would put you a lap down just coming into pit lane. Even for a car repair, might be a risky proposition.
Even under yellow, you think? So when Wes just took the wave around, or lucky dog rather, he cannot pit anyway, even if he wants to. Is that right? Or?
No, he should be able to pit on the second time by on the lucky dogs, I think. It's only in the wave rounds, but I could be wrong.
But either way, I think he's choosing to stay on the racetrack so far. So.
And he's kind of staying way back at the moment, too.
And there's another special feature of the broadcast tonight as we reach lap number 88. We've got our Godspeed Ken Conley sticker up there. All season long we're going lap 88, every event. Always thinking about you, buddy.
I am too, Kent. All the best, Godspeed.
Manny LaVenture back here. I wish he was in TeamSpeak. I'll pull him up here in the chat. You got the memo about the new TeamSpeak yet?
Yeah, it actually took me a moment this evening to get on the new TeamSpeak.
You're not the only one. Me too. What do we want to do for this one? Let's do... I've got a spectator camera. Let's do a spectator camera for this race.
And we are going to restart this race with about 9 to go, I believe. So this is going to be for all the money. So the question is Rob Haynes, is he going to be in these customers for Chadwick or any of those others? Keith Haney, Matthew LaVenture. Here we go. Pace cars in. And we're green. Kyle Chadwick gets a nice jump as usual. You guys are going to have to run him down. 8 laps to go.
Venture looking on the inside there. Rob Haynes down into turn 3 and 4. Yellow flag is out. Back down here. Brian Bizzle will take a look. Back here. Yeah, Brian. Looks like they all kind of piled into turn 3 and 4. Really hard to dictate. Let's try to rewind that back real quick here. 29 car again gets in there a little bit deep, gets in Jack Watts and Eric Talent. And Brian Bizzle just gets loose off the corner on that 18 M&M's Camry into the inside wall.
I think I got a little too excited there on that restart. I was thinking, hey, this is it. 9 laps to go. This is going to last 2 minutes. We're going to be done. And you know what, Scott? That's also going to leave us very close to the window there with green-white checkers. Next time we go green, we're probably going to have about 3 laps left, and everything's going to be green-white checker after that.
This is true. watch with our luck. We've been throwing cautions all night. Now it's going to go 5 laps, non-stop, clean race until the end.
Well, Kyle Chadwick's been getting excellent starts. He's been about the best restarter I've seen all night. Been able to, pull several car lengths on the second place guys. So I'm sure those guys have been watching that, and they're probably going to be, paying close attention to these next restarts. Not let them get away like that. So that might add a little bit more drama to the pool here on this next restart.
This is true.
And looking back there, Matthew's Venture, back in that third inside lane, he's going to be starting in third. Might have the best opportunity at this 199 car. Rob Haynes been strong all night, but on these starts just hasn't been able to keep up with that 88 of Kyle Chadwick. And then Keith Haney, who we talked to in the broadcast booth here a few laps ago. I want to say it was like 2 minutes ago, or 40 laps. Yeah. He's back there lurking. He's going to have to get around 2 other cars to get back into that 88. And the lights are out of the pace car.
Here we go. Chadwick see if he can get another good start again. Off of turn 4. Pace car is in. Steps on the loud pedal. Gets a nice clean run by 2 car lengths over Rob Haynes into turn number 1. Manny LaVenture and Keith Haney all single file into turn 3. Down the backstretch here.
Yeah, that 199 definitely got a better start this time. Still allowed Chadwick to get up front. Oh, we're under caution.
Oh, we're avoiding, oh boy.
Looks like the 56, or is it right? Oh no, the 66 of Anthony Santero is in that.
I'm showing Jack Watts too. Let's see here. Jack Watts in turn 3 and 4 gets into 29 up high, 3 wide with Robert Mattis on the bottom. Gets on the raw side of that deal again. Not sure if there was maybe another incident as well somewhere else on the racetrack.
Yeah, so we're going to start this race with a green-white checker. I believe there's 2 of them. Kyle Chadwick is going to lead us to the green flag here for the first green-white checker. Hopefully that's all there is, but I have a feeling there might be we might use both of these things.
Yeah, I think so too. So we get 2 green-white checkers. As long as the leader takes the white flag, they get all the way around and go under the stripe for the white flag. That will make the race official for the next. Well, actually, no, I take that back. They will officially race back to the flag to finish the race with no caution being made. But if they wreck in the first lap, the yellow will be flown. We'll re-rack.
So running our top 5, Kyle Chadwick still holding on. Led the second half of this race pretty solidly. Rob Haynes in second, Matthew LaVenture in third, Keith Haney in fourth, and James Hearn in fifth. James Hearn's haven't talked about him too much tonight, but he's rallied back to that 5th spot.
An old steady back there, Bob Wells, still digging. And P6, Anthony Santoro, trying to keep that car clean. P7, Jason Hughes in that 58 SRX car. P8, good old Jimmy Todd, M&M's car. P9, and Mr. Friday Night, still digging back there in P10. I think he's got a few more spots to pick up before this thing is done.
So that 199 car got a better restart that last time. Not quite enough there to challenge Kyle Chadwick, but Matthew LaVenture now back on that inside, probably right where he needs to be. If that's probably where I would want to be. Matt has got a nice he's going to be hungry.
I definitely think it is. This type of style is this style of racing is right in Matt LaVenture's wheelhouse. Off of turn 4, green flag, jump into turn 1. Rob Haynes, Matt LaVenture, Keith Haney, all final.
Coming up to the white flag. When we get to the white flag, this is going to be it.
When his white flag's out, or Chadwick.
Chadwick's got command in this thing right now. He's going to 199 is really going to have to come. And
Dove it back
Chadwick,
in there.
He's going to take this race. Followed by Rob Haynes, Matt LaVenture, Keith Haney, Bob Wells, top 5.
Awesome job by Kyle Chadwick, taking the first checkered flag of the Multi-League Cup Series non-points event, LA Coliseum, the Clash at the Coliseum. Congrats to Kyle Chadwick.
So I'm just going through our top 3 here, and Kyle Chadwick, do we have a radio channel for him?
I don't think so. Sometimes it comes over after the fact. I think those guys, Wes and all those guys, are on a different loop, but sometimes they come
Gotcha.
back. We'll see. I think LaVenture we don't have, and maybe we'll talk to Rob Haynes here in a little bit again if we need to.
Yeah, he'd be the man of the hour tonight.
Would be. Waiting for some donuts from Kyle Chadwick. There he goes. He lights them up on the front at the Coliseum. Kyle Chadwick. Dominating action. He's up all the fingers. Check it out.
I'm just going through. I got Maddie L's radio channel here. Just looking for our second place finisher here, Rob Haynes.
I got Rob down below. I'll pull him up. Who do we want to start with?
Why don't we go in reverse order tonight and bring up Maddie first?
Maddie LaVenture, Scott Batten, along with Ken Huber up in the booth here. Congrats, top 3 finish for the Frankenstein. Man, how did it feel out there? Nice clean car, relatively speaking, to everybody racing around you.
Wow, thanks, man. I feel like a stripper in church right now. That was awesome season. Appreciate the broadcast. That was a very difficult night. I ended up with 20 incidents for 23, but
Wow.
just right on the cusp, and then front and back, right behind me, those last 50 laps or so. 6th place down to 3rd. We were all pretty clean, so I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I saw you cruising down the bottom. I was saying on the broadcast how I know, I've raced with you long enough. I know your style, and this kind of racing is right in your wheelhouse, is what I was saying. Just rolling around that bottom. Did you find any trouble with the rumble strips down there? Any lack of grip, or were you pretty comfortable right against that wall?
Honestly, with only a few laps of practice, and I had some good guidance from my cranky guys on wheel settings and all that stuff. The bottom, you just had to be so patient, and if you could be patient and be precise every time, usually a guy on the outside would get excited and jump on throttle early. But that was really my ball game was to be patient, figure out the inside, and relax and wait for the throttle.
Cool, sounds good. Got anything for Matt LaVenture, Ken?
Oh no, hey, great run, Matt. That was a lot of fun watching you race tonight. A lot of good shout outs. Yeah, it was a crazy night. It was very entertaining for Scott and I, that's for sure.
Yeah, I bet you guys got a lot of homework to do and a lot of tape to look at, but I appreciate what you guys do, Stone River Outfitters, and the whole series. Really cool. I'm excited for the season and maybe be up in the broadcast booth with you guys.
Yeah, we're always looking
Yeah,
for
that'd
a
be
company
awesome.
up here. Ken and I were we earned our paycheck tonight, that's for sure. But speaking of Stone River Outfitters, check them out if you haven't already. Stone River Outfitters, New England's premier fly tying shop. Like I said, Matty LaVenture, one of the owners, and we appreciate you coming on board, Matt, with another season here to support the multi-league iRacing league. So appreciate that, bud.
Appreciate it. You guys do an awesome job in the booth, and thank you.
All right, catch you around, bud.
Yep.
User was moved out of your channel.
All right, well, let's say we talk to number 2.
Oops.
There he is. Mr. Runner Up, Rob Hayes. Hey, how'd you
How's
do
it
it
going,
tonight,
guys?
man?
I'm doing great, man. How you guys doing?
We're doing good. It was very entertaining watching you with that front clip missing, trying to grab the win tonight. So I was noticing on those restarts, Kyle Chadwick was getting some really good restarts there. Were you really finding that a struggle?
It was Ken on the outside. I've got a single screen. It's a 32-inch curved, but you can only see so far. So I've got a button set up to look out my left window, and when I'm looking out, out the left window, you kind of lose your orientation of where you are on the track a little bit, and you're trying to hug them all the way through the corner. But if you lift that off and you go back to your main screen, you're kind of it's too late. He goes. That's right when he goes. And yeah, I tried to work it out. I couldn't get anywhere near him. He was getting a good jump every time in the corner, and it was a little bit slippery, even starting in second.
Yeah, no, it looked like a tough track. So I'm gonna ask a question I don't normally ask. So think of one word only to describe this track.
It's a family-friendly broadcast.
I don't know, Maniac. That's what I'm thinking.
That works. I was thinking
It's a bit of a
Blender.
crazy track. I don't know. Guys lose their mind. They come in the corner behind you or in front of you, or just I don't know. I've done it. I mean, I can't say anything about anybody else. I think last night we had a practice race, and I started on the pole, and the first lap going in turn one, I slid right through and hit the wall, and it was mayhem. Mayhem. There's a good word.
Yeah, mayhem is a good word to describe it. I like to call this track maybe a smoothie. Watching all these different color cars just going into the blender and just getting destroyed.
That's good, Ken.
No, good run tonight. It was really a lot of fun watching you out there tonight. Congrats on that runner-up spot. What do you think about the upcoming season?
I'm looking forward to it, Ken. I'm working on my paint here. I've got a lot of the main graphics done on it, and I'm adding some stuff here and there. And I've asked Scott for a multi-league logo, so I'm looking forward to getting that on the car and running with these guys. It looks like we're going to have a great crowd this season and some qualifying to get into the Daytona 500s or the Daytona race. So I'm looking forward to it. Man, yeah, I need to make it to the chase and try and bring one home for Canada here.
Definitely. Well, hey man, it was good talking to you. You have anything, Scott, for Mr. Rob?
No, Rob, just other than we talked earlier, but the car itself, I would say it looks sharp, but I think it's a little beat up today. But looking forward to Daytona next week. Look and see what you can do with those Bandit Motorsports guys on the high banks during the qualifying races and certainly the Daytona 500. So looking forward to it. Appreciate seeing the beer store out there, and good luck to you this season.
Appreciate it, Scott. Thanks a lot, and thanks to everyone watching. Hope you enjoyed the race and prelude to what could be coming in the season. Hopefully, we won't see quite so many bumpers knocked off, but it was fun tonight. Good to get to know the guys on track too, who you can race around in that. So, looking forward to the season, Scott, and thanks a lot, guys.
I appreciate it, Rob. Take care, bud.
Yeah,
See you
take care.
next week.
Thanks, Ken.
User was moved out of your channel.
Well, we put in a hard night there, Scott. Tough track, tough conditions. The drivers seemed to hold it together pretty good. I didn't see too many tempers flaring out there.
Yeah, I didn't hear many. I was listening to the race chat pretty much the whole time in my left ear, and I couldn't hear too many tempers. I don't think we saw any Hans devices thrown on the track like we did yesterday on TV, so I think we're in good shape. Hopefully not too many hurt feelings as we go to the high banks, take it across the country to Daytona Beach, Florida next week for the Twin 125 qualifying races. Should be entertaining, whole different style of racing. Same time here, 8:30 Monday night. We will see you then. Take care, everybody. Appreciate your help, Ken.
Yeah, appreciate it, Scott. Everyone have a great night.